And then we get the hash of this. And I wonder if you need to be the compressed object in here as opposed to the decompressed object. So if we do that, it didn't find it. Okay, so we can print both of those out to see what they are. Compressed hash is 672F. So neither of these are what we're looking for here. So what does that tell us? That tells us, well, we still don't know for certain what is like causing problems, but we can come up with some guesses. What if apply delta instruction is not correct? And we're not getting the full decompressed object. I guess something that might be interesting is what happens if I try to print out the decompressed object? Let's just debug this. And see what happens. That is just the bytes. That won't help. I want you to be the stringified version of the byte. So we need a string from or something like that. And you are a vector. Neither of those printed hashes looks right to you, which is interesting. So this is what we get when I try to print this out. So what do we have in here? We have a blob that has this random import. So to me, that's telling me that this is I wonder if this is unfinished. I didn't go through enough. Now we can go and take a look at what this is supposed to be. I believe it's this. Create content pi. So here's this import random, import OS. Okay. And then you go down and to the end. And so we have down here at the end, if name is equal to main. So if name is equal to main, new line, and then nothing. We're missing this create. The file wasn't fully updated. This is from the first hash here. So this one. Now, if we take a look at you, so if I do a cargo cat file, oh, well, this wouldn't be in here, would it? It would be in the other one. Where would that be? It would be down. Not, oh, because it doesn't have the actual file. So if I try to get, it probably wouldn't be right tree, right? Wasn't there a get right file? Sure, show me everything. I thought there was like a right file, but I don't see anything under W besides right tree. Is that the correct decompressed object? Did you not decompress that? Did you not compress, then decompress? I mean, maybe. In here. So this decompressed object, when I string from this, so this is in decompressed state, and we can tell that because when I stringify it, I actually get the string out. So that kind of makes sense. And I've got the hashes from both of them. I've got the hashes from the decompressed object itself, and then also the compressed version of the decompressed object. But I think that this is missing this last line. So these, let's see, if name equals correct. Yeah, look at that. I have the new line and I have the several spaces. I'm missing the create. It also has the extra start. Where's the extra start? Like, is there another start in here? Oh, it does include the blob. Oh. Oh yeah. That would that could be a problem. It does include that because when we're writing this. Okay, so hold on. I know how to do this. So if I take you and we go down here, I don't want to go to my get other, I want to go to var temp. And in get sample one, I want to do a get cat file this. So my write, I'm actually, okay, so this is the thing that I wrote. And it has everything we need here, right? And it has the create. So the bytes are there in that file. I'm missing, wait a second. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 characters there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's so close. I was wondering if maybe I was off by like this amount. But maybe I am. Hold on. How many spaces do I have? I have 1, 2, I have 3 spaces here. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces here. Oh, so I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 9. 9. Okay. I need to strip out the header. We need to strip out the header. And what does that look like? If I strip out the header, applying the delta instructions is correct then. No, wait. It's not correct. I need to skip the header in here. So in here, we get the instruction as usize. Here's this offset. So if it's the copy instruction, no, but I don't think that matters. And then I extend from the slice. But this includes not the instruction, but the content. And the content contains the actual thing, which is dynamic because the size is dynamic. I'm actually curious. Is it the copy or this is copy? Is it what is this? Move? I forget what this one is. Dingo, hello. How are you doing today? Copying, 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 copying. So they're all copy. And then we run into our error. So everything's fine. Everything appears fine. Yeah, so I am offset, but the problem is this is dynamic, right? It's like I need to read these, but I also want to ignore everything. And I want to skip until we have the null. I need to skip until we have the first null, which is the stream. I mean, could I do something like that? I don't think I can like find, I don't think I can move by find. It'd be nice if I have like something to skip through, but I don't think that's right. Oh, I should probably put like the opposite in here too, right? So let's see, if it's not copy, it's move, I think. Not copy. Okay, yeah, so it's copy, not copy, not copy, 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 copy. What does the extend from slice and copy look like? This is the extend from slice. I mean, that's not my function. It makes me wonder. The Lunatic Gamer, hello. Can we create this in Go? I assume it's in because that's behind the heart here. But yeah, so CodeCrafters does have a. They do support Go, I believe, right? Go is, yeah, Go has all 108 stages. So like if I were to start with that, let's see what they have. They have build your own Redis, DNS, grep, Docker. Yeah, so they do have build your own Git in Go. So that works. You have no idea where the extra bit came from. The implementation here looks correct. Yeah. So I'm guessing that my system needs to be a little bit different. So I need to figure out here what we're getting. And if it's that thing before the null, I need to like ignore it. And unfortunately, I think the copy offset bytes is going to be incorrect. Or rather, it's not always going to be there. So I don't think I can just update this to be like one more byte. I don't think that's going to work. I think I need to find. Oh, but it is an offset, isn't it? So I need to figure out the header for that and then add that to the offset at the beginning. So here's my offset. Here's my size. Now in read partial int, I read 1 byte. I wasn't aware that it's actually included that information at the start. I'm still not sure it does. Well, apparently it does. Wait a second. Did I add it? Am I just silly? Hold on. Hold on. You bring up a really good point. Did I do something really silly and didn't want to go to the top of the file, but sure, whatever. And handle normal object type. Am I adding the header in? Now this is interesting. I'm adding the header in. I'm getting the hash from saving it to disk with the header. But what I probably want to do is save to disk the one with the header, but then also keep the content without the header. And so we have this commit. Where does this commit come from? I create the commit here. That's the header. Oh, I just have the decompressed object, which is just here. What if I well, the hash is clearly right? Like the hash is correct because it's grabbing the actual objects. But I want the hash of the thing with the header, but I don't want to store the content of the thing with the header. So what if instead of the commit, we store here the decompressed object? Now we could recompress this again, potentially. Used to move value. Where was it moved? Right here. So if I do that, there, now I have the create. So this works now. This entire file is correct. We start with import random and we go all the way to the create. So that works. And then we continue processing until eventually we crash when we're missing base object when handling ref data. Same problem again. Okay. Processing delta hashes. There's that 6A. But I now need to find this. Okay, so your compressed hash is 5A. Your hash here. Oh, this feels close. It starts with 5A, but that's not what we're looking for. But it's making me wonder. Before I save this, I need to... The hash generator function needs the header. Yes, that's exactly what it is. We need to add the header back in. Where was the thing? Okay, so in process pack file, right? No. Where was the thing where we saw the header being added in? Wasn't utils, it wasn't in tree. It was in clone. Then a hash method in part 1 of the article would be useful here. Okay, yeah, so in handle normal, I add this. So format, object type, and size. I don't have the object type and size. Do I? Do I know it's a blob? Is the ref always going to be a blob? No, I need to store it. Oh, okay. So object type gets passed in as a stir. We have them, don't we? Right, because it's like object type tag blob. Would this be a ref? What would this object type be? It would be a blob, wouldn't it? So before I do anything silly, let's create the header. We're going to have the object type. So let's just say let's just imagine that this is a blob. And then it's going to be the size, which is the size is the length of the decompressed object, right? I would imagine so. So the length of that, and then a null. That gives me the string, and then I want this as into bytes. That gives me a vec of U8. I want to combine those two together. It's header then extends, right? Extend from slice. And I want the decompressed object. Then I want the hash of this. Why are you upset? Incredible types. Wait, isn't get hash context? Oh, because get hash actually returns a new hash. Okay. And then we're going to insert the hash here. And then the compressed object. So I think it's the decompressed object. This one is going to be a little bit unknown. Decompressed object. We throw you in there. And I'm doing a bunch of stuff, which I don't need to do. We're just grabbing you. I'm print lining. Okay, so that's let's just print out this hash so we can verify that it's what we expect it to be. I don't need to debug that string anymore to take up all that space. Okay. A whole bunch of inserting hashes. We got way farther than we thought we were before. And then we panicked at checkout. That's good. We got to checkout. Okay. So I think we did it. Oh, that was fun. All right. This calls for a commit, and then we want to clean up all of these print lines. So let's clean those up first. I guess to begin with, what do we got here? So we have inserting hash. Actually, we know it's all these open files, so we'll just search for a print line. Okay, that's it for those. There's no print lines that I added in here. Oh, but I might have added some debug in that other file, which I didn't search for. This is fine, but let's change you to an E print line. Okay. We don't need any of this anymore, so we can just delete all of this commented out code. There's no print lines. And then I think we had... Okay, checkout. Okay, checkout has a debug. And then, okay, so I think we're good now. Let's run this again. Excellent. Okay. All right. So what did we do? Okay. We fixed the fixed processing ref commits, ref hashes in the pack file. I don't need to push it up. We know it's broken. Or rather, yeah, no, it's gonna hit this still. So it was looking for the actual files. And it fails on checkout. Could not find /0 in commit. It fails right here. Waleed, hello. How are you doing today? Why use question mark end of some statements? You're new to Rust, explain supporting. Okay. A question mark is shorthand for handling errors. Basically, let me maybe as a best way to show you what the question mark is really doing is I will convert it to not question mark. So in this case here, I have this as a question mark, as it were. Now, if I wanted to get rid of you, what is coming into here is instead of being a hash, it is a result. So it tells me right there, expected a hash, I got a result. So I need to match this. So I'm gonna match you. And we have okay with something, probably the hash. And I just want to return that on up. But we also could have the error, which is an error. And I want to return this as a result. Specifically, I want to bail out of it and just say like, hey, this is an error. So I want to do a turn error. And then this still works. So the compiler is happy with this. So the question mark is behind the scenes essentially doing this for me. So I don't have to write this match commit every time that you see the question mark. This is kind of what's happening behind the scenes. Does that help, Waleed? Awesome, great. Let's go ahead and undo this because the reason why we like to use the question mark here is because it's just cleaner. There's less stuff on the screen. Now, you can make the argument that maybe it's really easy to miss the question mark, and therefore that's not great, which I can see that argument. With a really strong language and an LSP running, the language server protocol, then I don't think it's quite as bad. And I can see the types in here. I do run with the LSP telling me what the types are all the time, so I can see like, okay, this is a result, which means I have to handle that result. Otherwise, bad things happen. And bad things being it just crashes and it won't compile. My other choice is I could unwrap it, which I know a lot of beginners like tutorials show like, oh yeah, just do an unwrap. The unwrap is just a straight up crash, whereas I'm bubbling up the error to a parent function. So you can also think of it as sort of the good old try catch, where in the catch, I'm also returning an error or I'm throwing another error to like a parent. So like multiple things up above are going to have to deal with this error instead of me. And by me, I mean this function. Okay. So tree hash. No. Tree start index. Okay, so this is get a commit from get objects. I kind of want to start over with this. And see what we got. So we have our commit. Let's take this commit and print it out. And see what we got. Okay. We have our tree. We have all that stuff. Okay, great. I want to turn this. Oh, that's the entire point of what we did with the entire tree thing here. I can hand this to a tree, right? Was it a tree parser or did we actually have a tree? Yeah, because this is just a tree. I have you as a tree. Okay, so I want to get... If I get this object, okay, get this commit, I want to get this here. I want to get that hash. Which I think I was trying to get you. But I don't think you exist in here. It just goes straight into a new line. Oh yeah, that was probably getting rid of the header, which we no longer have. Yeah, okay. That's a good point. So we got rid of the header. We get the tree hash. Then we get the tree. Now that's all the get objects. Now I need to turn this into a tree from the get objects, I think. So from tree, okay, so I have this impl from evacuate. So I might have to clone this because I think the from evacuate is like owned there. Okay. Let's try cloning you. I guess before I run anything else, oh, interesting. Okay, so the hash is going to be commit start at 6, right? Because it starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, adds in 5 more minutes. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start at index 5, right? And then go until tree start index plus 45, but I think I can just go until 45. Tree is that, and then I want the tree hash. Okay, I want to print that out. And either it's going to be the right length or it's going to be the wrong length. So I might actually have to be like the 6. So let's find out. So 0f. So I should be able to come down to here. And do a get cat file that. Okay, that's exactly it. So we have the tree. Okay. So we have the tree hash. The tree hash got us a tree, which means I want to. We would have got this error would have happened because it's an expect. Okay. Which means I want to into this. I want to turn that into a tree. Error extracting mode while creating tree. So on line 37 of tree. Baby Jesus, hello. How are you doing today? Have I ever done anything with Dota 2? Like, do you mean do I play with Dota 2? I've never played Dota 2. I mean, I've heard it's fun. But yeah. Oh, coding? No. I've never coded anything for Dota 2, one way or the other. Now, I believe I'm skipping the header before this, so it doesn't expect there to be a header. These should be decompressed. Let's see. That's not into this. I want to take you. I want to, okay, let's try turning this into a string and then debugging this. Okay, so it starts with a, okay, it starts with that. Starts with straight up the mode. And there is a space there. And that sort of like fun stuff as part of the hash looks correct. All right, that break just ended. I'm going to take the time to pour myself a new drink here. So this starts with the mode. I wonder if it's failing not on the first time through, but something else. I mean, so that kind of looks correct. Like we have all the things, which is great. So if let's like retry to create this as like the trees. This is the tree bytes, right? And then I want to actually create the tree. So we could just do a from, right? So tree equals and then you crash error extracting mode while creating tree. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This is the problem here. I am skipping the header here, but there is no header. So I have a couple choices. I can't add like another thing in here, which kind of sucks. I kind of don't want to add a header in just to handle this, but we could. We could break this into a different function, potentially. I kind of do like the from for this. Should we just add in a header for it? Which is like, I don't know. You'd handle the header separately. Yeah. Okay, so let's say we handle the header separately. That means wherever we have this specific from. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so there's there. One time. This is the only place. So if I skip the header here. Wait. Yeah, if I skip the header here. So here's our bytes.